Since the day we're born, we're in this system, we're part of this, and we're used in a way that benefits other people based on who we are and what we are. My name is Xiomara Rojasaski, and I'm an international affairs major, and I'm an Aquarius. I'm taking a lot of development classes. I'm learning about different aspects of society that we are really problematic that I never really thought about before. One of the classes I'm taking is on childhood. And in that class, we question the way that childhood is defined, the way that children are not only portrayed, but also in a way used by adults to carry out whatever they desire. For example, I think you can even see that with police brutality, in the sense that there are children that are not seen as children because they're of a certain race. And how is that different, from children, from from white children? And even though they're both children, right? But I think politicians and people in general try to define childhood and children in a way that is just convenient for them. So on the one hand, Black children may not be considered children in certain instances because they're Black, but on the other, they might, per se, saving Africa and saving the children of Africa. It's issues like that come up in my class a lot, even with my own life, with regards to maternity and my own reproductive rights. The fact that I have to pay so much money just to give birth, where in other countries you don't have to do that. Like in Europe, it costs so much less to give birth, and you have so many more opportunities to take off and be with your kid. Versus here in the U.S., it's like, okay, you have to depend on your employer, and that is already a problem in itself because they may not allow you to do that. They may still be part of that patriarchal mindset that it's like, oh, women that have babies have to stay at home, and it's like issues like that come up in my class a lot, and I'm just like mind blown because I never really thought about it before, and it's not something that people will tell you up front. When you enter the job world, they're not going to be like, you're going to struggle as a mother because you work with us. Personally, when I go out to look for a job, for work, I have to make sure that I feel morally comfortable and secure in that place. Because of the stuff I learned, I have to question even nonprofit organizations that are aiming to help other people. Because based on what I learned, doing good doesn't always mean you're actually doing good. And to me, that's really important that I realize that even if it seems like, we're feeding kids, well, does that really get to the issue of the bigger issue, is that really targeting and really going to end the need to feed kids, or is that just going to continue? And is that going to be the cycle that because we're in a cycle, I think, in a lot of organizations, even if they have good intentions, that doesn't mean that they're helping the actual problem. And as good as their work might be, it's not going to be great because you're just helping fuel the issue even more.
My name is Bree. I am a Gemini and an anthropology and sociology major. I'm from Posse, DC. Out of 1,600 people, I got chosen for this one spot. And just coming from a different area, you may think that you're not worth enough.
Honestly, it is easy to get caught up in the rat race of life, I'm just gonna get a job, get out here, make money for myself, and some people don't ever take the chance to look back. But I have faith that in Posse's their dynamic interview process, I'm brainwashed that they definitely pick people with strong values that will go back and help their communities. That was a part, of the interview process. Your community service, your volunteering was an important part. You're never gonna feel as fulfilled as you would if you really brought that full circle effect back and helped everyone else who needs help. Life is literally about each other, interacting with other people, and it's not being selfish is just such an empty feeling after a while. If you're not filling yourself up with the good energy that you can get from other people and giving them good energy back, that exchange is just so powerful that I think that everyone should participate in. My life has been pretty hard. I wouldn't wish it on anyone else, but I feel it's helped me definitely grow as a person, and I just feel like unstoppable. I'm like, if I can get through all these things, then I'm sure I can take this test. I can do this. I can apply to this. Like, why not? What do I have to lose? So, and it's just helped me be like, free. It's hard, but trust the struggle. Just like, don't try to skip the struggle. Don't worry. Don't compare your struggle to anyone else's. Just go through it with the best attitude that you can. Sometimes I just wonder. I'm like, so like, when's this gonna stop? Like, when's life gonna be like, easy again? But it's like it may never be easy, and I just need to know that through all those times, like I still need to smile. Like you don't know like the effect your smile can have on somebody else's day. It's like don't walk around upset just because your life is hard. Like shit happens, and you still there's no reason that anyone should ever choose to be negative. Like I understand like life is hard, but there's always a way to look at it from a positive standpoint and be optimistic and know and find a way to flip it so that it'll help other people.
What about the people who don't have any adversity in their lives? They're cruising because the world is set up that way for them to just cruise.
Then at that point, for character building purposes, you need to seek out. You need to seek out adverse situations that other people are going through and learn how to understand those situations and truly empathize. Like, don't just sit up on your high horse where everything is high and easy and like stare down at people, struggling to walk through the mud while you're on your horse. Like, get down off the horse, see how it feels to be in the mud, talk to the people in the mud, see how you could make the mud better for them, and then and I'm not saying give up your horse, get back up on your horse and make a better path for everyone else. Just don't just watch the people struggling in the mud down below you. It's like even if you could help them, you could use your horse. Be creative, use your horse, make a little path so they could just don't just sit up there. It's not like everyone has to go through adversity. Like not everybody's built for that, but you could definitely learn how to empathize, not sympathize. Not don't look up from don't like stare down at them from your horse. Like that sucks. Like really immerse yourself, get in there, like and learn how they live. That is like a metaphor for life. If everybody would get off, if all the privileged people would get off their high horse and like really understand and not just judge from the top of the horse, you can look down and be like, oh, it doesn't look too bad walking through the mud. And then you get down there and you're like, fuck, like this mud is thick as hell. Like, and then you will understand how to better help that person and we would get better understanding across cultures. Whoa. I'm about to go write a book, y'all. If Steve Harvey can do it, I can do it. You could be a happier person. Life sucks sometimes, but things get better, and I'm a person of faith, and I think that like God built you so he knows how much you can handle. He knows your maximum weight limit on the bullshit, so just stick with it.
Is why we have the Posse retreat, the Posse Plus retreat, because it allows people like me who feel this or have felt this in the past to talk to someone who doesn't know about Posse, who doesn't know what it brings, what it has in it, to be able to talk to them and get them to that point of at least understanding. Now we have one more person on our side.